So this was an interesting episode for Alexandra.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Star, Season 2, Episode 3. Like I said, this episode was really interesting when it came to our girl Alexandra. And she basically finally stood in her situation that she got going on. All this business about that bracelet last week, she basically stole the bracelet. Then she ended up lying to Derek and telling him that she been had the bracelet. Her mother had been bought her that. So she's not, I don't guess she is using her mother's credit cards so much. And she's being real ratchet. Real ratchet. Like, what is that all about? Anyway, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's start off where they started off. We show Cotton in the shower, honey, and she's thinking back to, reminiscing back to her in the slammer times, and there's flashes of the little guy that she was actually in there with, her little cellmate. And I said, child, they sure are awful passionate. They acted like they had to, like they was at the good Motel 6, honey, as opposed to down at Mrs. Furthington's finishing school for girls, honey. I said, oh, okay. But anyway, she was in the shower showing her adoration for him, honey. I said, oh, my. Later on, we actually see her at work at Elliot's place, and his sister shows up and brings some letter there for him to. She was sent to check on her. I said, girl, you is stuck now, honey. I'm like, you got this jailbird boyfriend, honey, that you're stuck with. I think she thought once she got out that was it. She's going to just leave that behind, but don't seem like he's being left behind. So I'm sure we're going to hear some more about him at some point. Carlotta has actually run into this there's a new A&R rep that she have to be basically dealing with, and they're being punished, basically, by Ayana. That Ayana's a mess. But anyway, so she has this whole little thing where they're doing this battle of the folks that are actually on the label type of situation. And they were sent, certain folks were sent certain places to actually showcase themselves for performances. She sent the girls to the mall. I said, oh, so, they were really pissed. They felt like that was completely beneath them. Then once they got there to the mall, it was just a mess. Like, the people weren't paying attention. They're actually performing in the food court. Wasn't no stage. They just up on the steps in the food court. It was ridiculous. But they're singing a song. And then the other thing is they had taken a song, and the producer that they put the girls with, did this real whack-ass version of one of their songs and had them up there doing it. It was tired. It was real tired. Like I said, there was a moment in there that Alex actually had this outer body, if you will, very reminiscent of a scene from Precious. Basically, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What is going on with you? You got Derek at home doing, you're taking care of him. She's only 19, and you're taking care of him, and your whole life is just on hold. And why? Like, what? Why? You're basically slumming and struggling, and you really don't have to. All you gotta do is go home. Really, you just go home. You go home. And then being told that you're not good. You're not as good as what you think you are, which is not true, because she is basically the most talented person in the group as far as I'm concerned. But whatever. So at that point, And Noah was actually sent to work at Good Morning America. So, when they finished the song at the mall, that damn Alex took the mic stand and said, "Good evening and fuck you, Atlanta." Bam! And took the mic stand and busted up the speaker thing and shut off all the power and everything. Just acted out. And of course, somebody caught it online and they streamed it live, child, and it had like over 200,000 hits. They end up meeting back with Ayana, and she says, "Okay, well, I'm going to send," she yelled at him, naturally. She said, "I'm going to send you girls to perform on Good Morning America along with Noah." And that's what she made the comment. Well, I guess you girls are being in a position where you're failing upwards. So they're like, oh, so they got their stuff all together. They're happy they're going on Good Morning America. And they figure, oh, well, that really worked. Baby, they get there to the thing with Good Morning America. And that's when they found out that, baby, they had to put these trench coats on because they had these sequin dresses and these boots on. And Ayana comes out, put these on because y'all are too sparkly for backup singers. They were like, backup? Child, so Carlotta was like, my girls ain't no backup. What did you talk about? She's punishing them. She is just giving them the business. And you know how Star gets down, honey. Star was like, listen, we get ready to do this. So, baby, they went on up and they did the song with Noah. They got their little trench coats on and they're back there in back of him and he's singing the little song. Well, baby, at a point they go and they follow Star. Star walks up front and walks in front of him, and they literally just take and upstage him all together. And then they basically end up standing basically in front of him on the stage, and they singing his song, and then he comes around and they ad-libbed it together. And it was real good because it wasn't doing nothing when he was doing it by himself. Child, that Noah was mad, baby, and ran up on Star and told her, "You don't even know who you fucking with. You don't know. This is my music, this, that, and the other." And I was like, oh, we got another hitter? Because I thought he was going to pop her. I said, we got another hitter? I said, girl, what's going on, Star? You keep on attracting these hitters, honey. But it was like, So, but actually, it really turned him on, child. I said, So she ended up going and running into him later. He was doing a rehearsal. She comes to the rehearsal, that Star. Child, Star's such a mess. And she had this outfit on. She had like boys basketball shorts on. And like, she had on some high-heeled tennis shoes. They were ugly. But she had this, the snaps pulled all the way apart. And it was giving her a whole thigh. But Star, you ain't got no ass. So it just looked terrible. But anyway, she goes to the rehearsal, rolls up on him, sticks her hands down his pants, and then gonna sniff her fingers. I said, oh, she's nasty, honey. And then he gonna go back and do the same thing to her. And she let him stick his hands down her pants, but then she pushed his hand away and went on out of there. I said, girl, you is a nasty something, Miss Star, honey. She really is. She's just an old gutter tramp, honey. I said, okay. So they had all that going on. Now, Elliot is over there, and Elliot is trying it, wanting to take Cotton to dinner and this, that, and the other. Now, Miss Bruce was like, girl, watch him. Don't do it, honey. Don't do it. This sounds like a setup. And, yeah, he's shady. You'd sent her through, I'm still pissed with him. You sent her through all these changes and got her on restitution and all that stuff and got her, now you got her working for you. Oh, that bitch was so clean. She went to work. She was so clean. I said, Miss Amaya, you better do it, bitch. Again, that's just her. She has got swerve and she got swag and she can make clothes. So that bitch is walking up out of the ghetto like she walking off the pages of a magazine, honey, because she know how to make it do what it do. But she was so clean. And then she runs into High Heel, and High Heel is all like, she's pissed off at High Heel. I left and didn't tell her and everything. He's like, I was trying to protect you and this, that, and the other. And she's like, you can't even protect yourself. Get out of my face. So she's like, he's trying to father her. And she's like, whatever. And he's telling her not to fool with Elliot too. Everybody's saying don't mess with Elliot, but whatever. She's like, I got to pay this stuff off. My mother needs the money. And that's that. She's on a mission. It really ain't about her. And people ain't paying that much attention, but it's not about her. It's really about Carlotta. So that was that. Let's see what else happened. Oh, Hyle tried to intercede and get in with the girls, try to sneak up on them. Honey, Carlotta cussed his behind out, told him, you stay away from these girls, honey. So we're back to what we was doing the first season. She sent him away. Hyle then went and met up with Ayanna. So he's weaseling his way in closer and closer. He wants to produce them. But I think what he wants to do with the girls, he has that beat from his nephew. I think he wants to put that beat on them and make them sing over it because he knows it's going to be a hit. But there's going to be a problem with his nephew because I think he's going to try to screw the nephew. I don't think he's trying to really bring the nephew into the fold. But, honey, if you think little Evan Ross is going for that, you're crazy. He's not. I think there's going to be an issue with that. So y'all keep y'all ears and eyes open for that. And at the very end of this episode, honey, we look up, and here comes Brody. Talk about, I come to see my daughter. And Star and Carlotta sitting there on the porch looking, and Carlotta's just kind of looking, and Star's looking, and I'm like, child, is that y'all's daddy, honey? Okay, here we go. Hot mess. All right, so we will talk about this again next week. Oh, yeah, the last little thing was baby girl actually sat with, she's bonded finally with the other girl at the home, at the facility, because that girl said she was literally, her and the big girl was supposed to commit suicide together. They were supposed to take these pills. And she said, I didn't make it. I didn't do it. She's like, yeah, you did make it. You are still living and you ain't got to be by yourself. So they've made a friend of each other. So I hope that'll help her. That'll help both of them survive that, because that place is horrible. It's just like being in jail. It's horrible. Old detention center. Anyway, we'll talk about this again next Wednesday. All right, later, y'all. Bye.